Church of the Chair, where we celebrate all the things we do while seated. I'm your host, E, here with my co-host, Chad Lutzke. We are currently writing a collaborative novel, tentatively called Planet Caravan. So we will be sharing our writing and all that stuff as we do this. But mainly, this is just, I guess, educational purposes.
Inspiration and encouragement.
Yeah, exactly. Motivational, inspirational, encouragement, all that stuff, just showing you how we do what we do. And sometimes we don't even know what we're going to be doing next. So today is pretty much one of those days, at least on my end. I don't know where we're starting. I don't know where we're going. But it's kind of been happening naturally anyways. Like the last two streams, I've just kind of run off on my own while Chad was layering and editing and everything. Good morning, Alec. Good morning, Boggle. And then, but this is just natural discovery. That's what we're doing here. And that's what every first draft should be, is just natural discovery. I think someone dropped acid in my coffee, and I saw Mona Lisa's head tossed in the cage. Oh, you're talking about Mandy. Okay, I get what you're saying now. By the way, digesting that fucking movie from last night. Yeah. It was wild, man. We had a lot of fun. I highly suggest watching Mandy while you're stoned. I did that last night.
I saw it a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I was not stoned.
Just not stoned. You're missing out, brother. You're missing out.
So I we had talked about writing off camera because at this point I don't think anyone cares. I think they're enjoying the brainstorming but not waiting for every single word,
Right. Exactly.
So I did actually write a little last night. I wrote a little this morning because we have a new chapter coming up that we brainstormed and then we were done. So I started that. I mined what you had or cannibalized, what you had written about the dishes and stuff like that, and started that. Did the dishes scene, and there's a gap here where because we had Travis come home, but we're going to have him come home later. Like he's going to take off, and then the boys are going to take off. They're going to go to the barn graveyard thing and have some discussion or whatever. So everything that's yellow here is what I wrote last night and this morning.
All right, so that's what I'm gonna. I guess that's what I'll start off doing.
And it merely goes over. And there's a character. We can change his name if you want. There's a character. Cassidy has one friend. It's the only other house he's ever been in before.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because he has nothing to compare. At least this is what I wrote. He has nothing else to compare. Like, wow, my life sucks.
Yeah.
And his friend's name is Shibby.
Shibby?
Yeah, it's just like whatever. I said, we could change it if we want. Shibby Werner, I think. But I named his dad Cleety, but I couldn't remember if you had mentioned a guy named Cletus, and I thought, what if that was this guy that they stole drugs was from Shibby's house, but it's the only, they have guard dogs because I wrote in here that Cleety has a whole pharmacy in there, mostly cocaine, I think. I know that because Aunt Rita and Uncle Trav talk about it, and sometimes Cleety comes over with his little baggies and waves them in my uncle's face like a worm on a hook. And him and Cleety and Aunt Rita will go in the bedroom, and we can all hear them having sex in there. I don't think they pay for the coke during those visits, not with money anyway.
Yeah.
So if you want to explore that, we can have Shibby's, like maybe that be the, and then Cleety or Cletus or whatever. I couldn't remember the name that you.
Well, it was Cooter. Cletus.
Cooter. Okay,
yeah,
Cooter.
It was Cooter, okay. But Cletus was a joke.
Gotcha.
Naming the second uncle Cletus is what I was joking about, because that was the only thing that popped into my head. But Cooter was the name.
Okay, I just replaced Cleety with Cooter.
That's fine. That's perfectly all right with me. Morning, Viking.
They both have both their names are kind of reminiscent of VJJ material, like Clitty, Cooter.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Oh.
Um, but yeah, we could explore that, and we're up to a point, yeah, where like the dishes are done, and I talked about how they don't usually talk to each other in the house
Mhm.
because when they do, Uncle Travis starts he picks up half the conversation, gets paranoid, and he's like, "What are you guys up to?" So then they try to be quiet most of the time, but even then, sometimes they're like, "Guys are being awfully quiet," because he's just paranoid.
It's kind of like that Eminem line. It's like, "Shut up when I'm talking to you. You hear me? Answer me." Sorry.
Mm.
Yeah.
Or Nirvana's "Take your time, hurry up,
Yeah.
don't be late."
All right, I'm gonna read this grave matters section. Um, let's see here. All right, here we go. Now, is all that new stuff in the? Hang on. Where'd you put all the stuff you were talking about just now?
It's
About
all
she.
highlighted yellow under the Grave Matters chapter.
I could. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm sorry. Never mind. Because I was reading, I was like, wait a second. The Sinks of Science experiment. I was like, that's mine. But 6 people in double I make a hell of a mess. Please cover in all said word here. Yeah. All right. So you did minor adjustments throughout here, even cockroach. Let's see here.
Yeah, I didn't go by and clean. So if you find an error, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I got you. I'm just trying to think of how I want to say this. Like, a cockroach is stuck, or a cockroach sticks to a knife. I think I want to do a cockroach stuck to a knife covered in peanut butter twitches. Knife roach and all. I'd chuck the knife roach and all into the trash. Not the first time I've done anything. It seems nice. It's spoons. I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess we should switch the knife to a spoon. That's my bad.
Yeah, that's all right. I just did place. Yeah, I like how you extended this part. Yeah. Because I think I originally just said the halo of dust around its corpse reminds me of the stuff they suck up their noses. I like what you did better. Ew. Dried cereal and oatmeal is really good considering this kid has sensory issues. You would find this stuff like exceedingly disgusting. So that's more character buildup without saying, that he's actually like either on the spectrum or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely has sensory issues. Chisel the shit off of this spoon. Been there, done that, bro. Uncle Chef's. Asshole. Let's see. Shibby Werner is such a king name. I don't know. It's probably because I'm thinking of characters like Shimi from what's it? Wizarding Glass.
Mm-hmm.
He's the slow dude. You haven't read. Never mind.
I mean, we could change it. Lately, I've just been doing.
I like it. I'm just.
I've been doing weird names like Cake.
Yeah.
You know, I lately I've been liking names like that.
I love that
names that aren't names.
Yeah. Ugh. Sorry, the orgy is getting to me. Especially how I picture these characters in my head.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was thinking the way we could fit in, since he's supposed to be doing chores today, and they run off to the place that they're going to hang out, the impromptu cemetery. I was thinking when he gets back, it can be one of those things where Rita's pissed. It's like, you didn't finish cleaning up, and he's like, yes, I did. I did. We did, both. We did the dishes, and she's like, no, you forgot to vacuum. He's like, thinking like, you didn't tell me I needed to vacuum, but anyways, he goes and does the vacuuming. Is to fit in the stuff down here. This sucks chapter that I wrote. You said you liked the part with the costume jewelry and everything that I read to you.
Yes.
So I was thinking once we get back, once they get back from there, we can start the setup to why, well, we know why he's leaving. He has plenty of reasons to leave now. He has no options. But after what's his fuck comes home with the coke, yeah. So we still have.
How about we have the timeline? Okay, so we'll have this scene at this barn graveyard thing. Then we'll have a night where get a glimpse of what he goes through, like when he goes to bed and whatever he might have to deal with. The next day, kind of more of the same, or we can come up with something. And then that is the day that, and also maybe while he's laying in bed, he's thinking about this cocaine and, how is life going to change? And this might change for the worse. And this can't get better and blah, blah, blah. And the next day he's thinking about it too. And maybe he's hanging out with Cassidy, or maybe he's doing his own thing. And then he's like, I'm going to this carnival tonight. And then he has that fun. And then when he leaves the carnival, which will be a huge chunk of the book, just that first night meeting this girl and everything and all the fun they have. And then he decides, when he leaves, by the time he's, probably decides on the way home or when he leaves the carnival, I'm going to, I'm going to take that coke and run. So he goes back, does it, and leaves that same night. So he doesn't leave tonight.
Right.
He'll leave like tomorrow night.
What if,
and then the jewelry thing, maybe that can happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
Before he even goes to the fair, and then that's just more of a.
Yeah, more of a kick in the pants to do it. What if, since we can always go back and build this up. We haven't built up that he saw a poster for the carnival or whatever. What if the very next day, like you're talking about them at the barn, right? And you want Shane to meet Shenna behind this barn. What if they literally go? What if he goes to hang out after he's like fucking destitute after the whole missing costume jewelry? He's just like, I got to get the fuck out of here before I get myself beat up, you know, confronting this man or whatever reason. And he goes out there and he finds that the carnival has set up on the property where their little cemetery is. Do you like that whatsoever?
No, because then I like the idea of this being the last night, and so he knows that they're leaving town tomorrow anyway. So it's like,
Okay.
But if he's essentially in their backyard with this coat,
That's true. Yeah.
And then they're gonna see him, or somebody's gonna see him that knows him.
I got you. Okay, so you want the barn and the cemetery to be very close. To
I mean, I figure, you know, off across the field through a patch of woods, something like that, half a mile away or something like that.
We could even have him like laying in his bed reading or something, and he could literally like hear the carnival music. It's so close. We could have something like that just to designate.
No, I meant no.
The graveyard. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My brain is not firing. Obviously.
There's two barns. There's the abandoned, run-down barn that they probably shouldn't be climbing because it's so shifty, and then there's just the 4-H,
right?
Kind of, you know, housing for whatever they got.
I'm on the same page now. I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck. I did like a tornado brain fart in my head. I get what you're saying. Literally, my brain was still stuck on the carnival being close, but it's the old rundown barn that is close, and then the carnival is not close. Yeah. We're on the same page now. Oh.
And it doesn't even have to be a barn. It could be a semi. You know, a lot of these, like the fun house, the county fair that we had here, the fun house is is essentially inside of a semi. You know, like and I think a lot of them are like that. And then it's like a giant trailer, and they have this fun house inside of it somehow or something. I don't know how it works, but
it's like one of those pop-up campers. That's how they use those. It is a semi trailer. It has the wheels and axles and everything on it. But the sides fold down. Like when they're on the road, the sides will flip up. Like the parts that hang out will fold in, and then on the inside they'll literally have a crank that will extend it outward, and then they'll put posts down behind it. So, and it's made to be collapsible. So when they're on the road, it just looks like any other trailer, really.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the same thing with like rides like the Tilt-A-Whirl. Them shits just fold up. They're built to do that. Same with the Ferris wheels. Not completely, of course. Most Ferris wheels, the wheel itself stays. But sometimes they tear them shits down too. All depends on how many roustabouts they got. Or tent men, or whatever you want to call them. Hey Lee, yes, I knew it was sarcasm. I knew you weren't trying to tell me that it was spelled incorrectly. I did the internet MOAR for the title today. MOAR writing, MOAR. Can't wait for this book to come out. It's gonna be a while, player, because we're going with a publisher this time. So we got it. Honestly, if it's Anchor or any of the other places I have in mind, it's going to be 2 to 3 years. So, and that's after it gets accepted. So that's just normal because they got to build up the readership. They got to, you know, all that stuff. Especially since we will be considered debut authors, oddly enough. Hey Derek, what's up, man? I have not done that card yet, but I will today. I was in bed when you sent that last night, or I was in bed when I read your message last night. All right, so what are you going to be working on today? I was gonna
do this, continue on this grave matters.
Yeah.
And do the like the barn thing.
Okay.
Just because I picture it as having a lot of dialogue. Maybe it won't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Haven't gotten there, but I'm hoping some kind of meaningful, touching conversation or whatever can come out of it.
Yeah, just get in and start doing it. Something will happen.
Something deep.
Yeah. And if it doesn't, we can come back.
This is off topic. Someone just sent me a message, and I was tagged. I think it was yesterday. A reader had bought Broad Street Bastard, and when they showed me a screenshot where it says blocked for your privacy or whatever, like it shows, like in there where it shows their order, it's like hazed out. It like as though she was buying a porno or something, or a dildo or something like that. But it's just my book.
Oh, Amazon.
And she's like, what kind of book am I, getting myself into? And I told her that I already think that Amazon is shadow banning me.
Wait a second. Do you click that thing that says only people 18 and up for an audience when you upload your books to KDP? If not, you need to go unclick that shit, because that's for adult stuff. So I'm wondering if that's what's happening.
I may have for this just because of the amount of sex in it. Because this is the most sex I've ever had in a book.
People get this wrong all the time, man. You're not supposed to. You don't click on that unless you got like nudity, or if it's erotica or whatever. I would definitely go check, because that shit happened to me with betting. Okay. And when I called Amazon, I was like, "Why are you doing this?" It's like, "Well, your book is pornography," and I was like, "Well, it's not pornography. It is not for the arousal of people." And they said, "Well, you clicked the thing that said it's only for 18 and up," and I'm like, "Okay." So I unclicked it. I don't click it. I haven't gotten in trouble for it. But what I was told specifically by Amazon is the only reason you should click on that is if there is pornography in your book. So if it's clicked, that might be what's going on. That makes more sense. But yes, they do also shadow ban based on titles. I know that for a fact. Because Anderson Prunty had issues with fuckness before he put the asterisk in FU instead of the U, he put an asterisk. Asterisk. Hate that word.
Okay, I just changed it on the Kindle. I don't know that if I do that or not.
Well, I suggest going through all of your stuff and checking if you have that checked, because if you do, that's pornography. That's their note for that.
Okay. Yeah, because some guy just sent me a message and
what kind of book am I buying? That's amazing.
Made a suggestion, and then asked if and said, yeah, I searched all over for it. I couldn't find it.
Oh, of course. Yeah, because even when I had Dastardly Bastard out, it did not sell anywhere near as well as my other books. And it was the one everybody was excited for because it was my sophomore effort. And it was hard to find in searches, all that shit. But when you bought it, it didn't have anything blurred out. And that was back before they put that check mark thing there. So I don't know if that might have something to do with it. But I do remember that happening to me, and it's about checking that thing.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah, let's see what happens now.
I hope it helps, man. I really fucking hope it helps. But I still don't understand why they would do that if the person buying is over 18 years old, or give some kind of thing like, are you over 18 or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But like you can only buy it if you have a credit card on file, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
That's what they should do. There's no reason for them to be. But anyways. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I'm going to have to cut from this next chapter, Coconut Smile, just because the timeline has now switched to the next day.
Right.
And all that. Well, not the vacuuming, but for the Coke reveal, whenever it's going to be. But it's not right after the dishes. So I need to cut some things out of here. Have you read ahead? Because I'm really proud of something that you might not even like.
I'm sorry, dude. I haven't.
You're fine. I'm going to tell you about it, though.
Okay.
The Coke and a Smile scene opens up with fucking Bethany sitting there with one of those giant Hershey Kisses that Hunter stole for her during Valentine's Day, and she's rubbing it on her pregnant belly because it has cocoa butter in it. She heard that's good for tiger stripes, and then her and Rita are arguing back and forth. Rita's like, I didn't need that shit when I pushed Cassidy out. Anyways, I really like it. So if you can make it work, dude, make it work. I just love the idea.
That's funny. It's so random. I like it.
Exactly. I love this idea of this, coked out pregnant woman sitting there rubbing a fucking giant Hershey Kiss on her belly, and then Hunter's over there like dipping his finger in it.
I love it. That's great.
It's very subtle, but I wrote it 100% serious. So
yeah.
I wrote
it's like a Lynchian moment.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I love shit like that. Anyways.
Yeah, especially the other one say, I didn't need to do that when I was pregnant.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
Oh, so good. Anyways, but yeah, try to make that work if you can.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna look for it right now.
Okay, so here's something. So Shibby, if Shibby's with Cooter and we're going to have Trav kill Cooter, does he kill Shibby too? Or are we not going to do that with the,
No, I don't think I don't.
Because I was saying there's, far more to Cooter's operation than just Cooter. So it would be like his family retaliating or whatever. Or what have you. But if you don't want to do it now that there's a kid involved, or for whatever reason you don't want to do that scene, that's fine. I was just wondering because I'm not gonna lie, and here's some honesty for you. I am kind of getting overwhelmed with like the timelines shifting. I'm trying to keep track of everything.
Yeah,
it's not that I don't like it. It's that my brain doesn't work like this. I'm a very linear writer, like from beginning to end. And then sometimes I'll write scenes a little out of order, but having a partner doing this, and I think it's good to discuss this stuff anyways, because people, these stumbling blocks are going to pop up. So here's how you tell me what I have wrong. I'm going to lay out the timeline right now, as far as what you just said. And yes, I have short-term memory loss issues, so if I'll probably get something wrong, even though you just fucking said it. So we have the opening scene. We have the scene with Cassidy now with the shoplifting. It was a woman, and the cashier was a woman, and then it was a Mountain Dew bottle and not a Zima bottle. And then we have him coming home and doing the dishes with Cassidy. And then from there, we're going to Grave Matters to give that sweet little moment of them, just a touching moment, whatever, just talking in the old dilapidated barn. Mm-hmm. And then after they come back inside, Travis comes home with the Coke, and then we can have the Coke and a Smile chapter. And then then we flash to the next day after that chapter. And then the vacuuming and the costume jewelry shit happens. But he can be thinking all that night from the night before, this Coke is going to change things. Maybe it's going to get better around here kind of deal. But then he finds the earring in the carpet and has a break, has to get out of the house kind of thing. He ends up going to the carnival, and then he meets Shinna. Then he comes back home with it in his mind that they're leaving tomorrow. I'm going to steal the Coke. I'm going to take off and join the carnival. But the night that he meets Shinna is going to be probably a couple chapters long itself, because you really want to get into that, their whole connection thing.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at, right?
Yeah. With the exception of when he's laying in bed or whatever, and he's reflecting, I don't think that he's going to be like, maybe things will get better. I think that he's the only smart one here. It's like,
this is true.
Things are not getting
Yeah.
this can only go
Get worse.
you know,
Yeah, it can
downhill
only get
from
worse.
here.
So he would actually be thinking along the lines also of, I might go ahead and write that section, the section where he's laying in bed, because he would be thinking also that taking the, well, no, if he hasn't met Shinna yet, I'm trying to no, that's not going to work. Never mind. Erase everything I was just talking about, because I was sitting here thinking, it's definitely going to be worse for Cassidy if I leave him here with the coke. But I don't want to get into that. Like, but there's even, I don't know why I'm trying to push reasons for him to leave. He has plenty of reasons to leave. So let me erase that from my head. Let me get that out.
The only other thing that we should do is maybe one more scene, or maybe we could do it. Maybe it could be done in the Grave Matters chapter, where it's very, very clear that Cassidy does absolutely not want to leave.
Right.
He doesn't feel like he needs to be saved. He loves his parents for whatever reason.
There you go. We can have that discussion, right? We can have that. That's your deep moment right
Yeah.
there when they're talking, and Shane just brings up, "Hey man, you ever thought about just leaving?" That
Yeah.
kind of thing. So we know it's already on his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that way he's not. People aren't like, why wouldn't he take him with him? It's like, dude doesn't want it.
And that's also the perfect place for Shane to leave his note for Cassidy, like the phone number or whatever that he's going to be calling to check in with Cassidy. He can leave it at the impromptu graveyard, so that the family won't find it, even if they go into Cassidy's room.
Except for, I think you should leave a note, but that says more like, I will be calling, because I don't think he's going to be able to have a number, because they're traveling around and he has no idea where the next town is. He's along for the ride.
I got you.
So he'll use pay phone, and then we talked about maybe using. I think we touched on this about maybe using Shenna's voice to get a hold of, to try to disguise it as
right. Yes, I remember that.
Shibby, but then maybe that won't work because Uncle Trav knows that Shibby.
Right.
What went down there?
But we need something earlier that denotes that Cassidy is the only one who answers the phone, and we can have something like
that's right. You already said that.
Yeah, Shane bring up, and then
he's like,
Shane will put on the piece of paper, "I will call and let it ring only once before I hang up, and then you'll know that the next time I call, it's me. I'll just let it ring one time," or something like that. But yeah, we need something short and quick where Cassidy, where they holler for Cassidy to pick up the phone, and then a little maybe you don't even need the mention in the narrative that says they're, or maybe something as simple as they're too lazy to even answer their own fucking phone, that kind of thing. But Cassidy does. The kids obviously do everything around this house. It's just a bunch of coke spoiled adults, fucking their brains out and getting high and whatnot, and these two kids have to do literally everything else.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And then you're right. That's absolutely fucking brilliant, with Cassidy being like, "No, I don't want to go anywhere. I don't have any problem here." And of course, Shane, having come from a loving relationship with his mother, he knows how good things can be, or they can be better. And like you said, with the whole buildup with Shibby and Cooter, is even that other experience he has at someone else's house is just as bad as his home experience. So he has no metric to judge this by. I love that. That's fucking brilliant. Yeah. All right. So I've already been in this chair for an hour. I'm going to go ahead and take a break. When I get back, I'm going to try my hand at him laying in bed, going over everything that's happened, even though we haven't written this. You haven't written the stuff that he's going to be reflecting on. I'm going to try it, and at least it'll be there as a foundation that we can then rewrite, and it'll be easier. So,
okay.
All right. I'll be back, y'all. Treat Chad well.
Treat me well.
Treat him. Behave, y'all. Behave. Hey, you want to share your screen?
Yeah.
I just thought about that. I was halfway out the door. I was like, whoa. Night bright bike. All right, there you go. All right, gone again. Love y'all. It's already disgusting outside. Wonderful. Isn't Hunter technically a cousin?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that.
Do you want
Which means this is Cassidy's older brother, right?
No, it wouldn't be his older brother. It'd be the other uncle who's no longer in the picture or whatever, because I actually have a part explaining that in Coconut Smile. Hang on.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I got it somewhere coming up, but yeah, because Hunter, her baby daddy, my cousin, stole it from Valentine's Day. I say it somewhere in here, and I can't remember where the fuck it is. I think it's actually from Bethany. Oh no! It's the part in This Sucks. Our vacuum is one of the rainbows folks sell door to door. When Hunter and Bethany lived with Hunter's dad, Trav's brother DeWitt, Bethany let one of those salesmen inside, those who pour wine on your carpet and swear for Christ and all his angel friends that their machines will make it spotless by the end of their presentation. Bethany, coked out of her gourd, so just an average day for her, signed all the promissory paperwork, and the salesman left her with her new vacuum. I can only assume she was going to use the thing until it got repossessed, but her not being able to pay for it her not being able to pay for it because all the money she used to make whoring went to drugs. And then DeWitt died, and she and Hunter moved in with Uncle Travis and Aunt Rita and brought the vacuum along with them. Anyways, so there you go. We got we have an explanation.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's one of my favorite styles too. Magical realism and fableism. So where do I need to put this?
What if Bethany? Because I was given a little background up here, but then I just scrolled down and was reading yours. What if Bethany used to date DeWitt, and then now she's, that makes it even more like, what are you guys doing?
What if she met him whoring? That would be oh Lord. And then she ends up with the with his son. That'd be, man. Oh, or yeah, what if after the uncle dies, that's when she ends up with like they weren't together before DeWitt died.
Yeah. Yeah, like DeWitt and her were a thing, and then he died, and then she started dating Hunter, and so now she's pregnant.
I'm gonna add that to my section. that this sucks. I'll just change it. So you can set it up earlier if you want, and then I'll just change it.
Okay, we might move the this sucks section up now because uh, Hunter hasn't been introduced at all yet, right?
Not really. No, I don't think we've seen him at all before that.
Okay, so we'll probably end up moving that up, and then because right now, as you probably just saw, I'm like, it's like we're out, Uncle Travis, and then and Hunter are leaving, and then of course we've got to talk about Hunter, or
Right.
not Uncle Hunter, his cousin Hunter.
Yeah.
Got to talk about him. So maybe we'll move up when you're done doing whatever you're doing with that. We can move it up to have the put that in the vacuum part.
Okay.
And to be honest, maybe we can make a chapter out of it, and then we'll like the beginning of Gray Matters could essentially be the beginning of This Sucks, and then we go through the dishes and we go through the vacuuming and introduction of the vacuum, which is hilarious, especially considering where they live and they got this really nice vacuum.
Yeah, that's.
And then she brings it with her. Yeah. And then we introduce Hunter and how they met, all that stuff, and then next chapter is Gray Matters.
Okay. Well, that would make it. That's when he finds the earring. So when he's vacuuming, do you want to do the reveal of the missing jewelry right then, or that was the only issue I had with putting it earlier, or that we had with putting it earlier, because that's when he finds out that the costume jewelry is missing.
Well, yeah, we could have it, and it could be in the back of his mind, like when they're talking and when he goes to carnival, and then it could be brought up again as so that, the reader knows that this is, like he's got this list of things now, I can't do this, live here anymore. They're freaking stealing my mom's, stuff and all this. Now they got this Coke and this is my out.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, definitely. Let's do that. I like that.
Plus, I think it gives a little bit more tension too, and to the situation early on to hook the reader more.
Mm-hmm. I'm letting you move the stuff so I don't fuck around and do something wrong, because I am not versed in the ways of Google Docs, good sir. Okay, I tried to copy and paste something the other day and I fucked something up.
Oh.
Like Control V didn't work to paste. You have to like right click to do that.
Okay, I'm gonna rename these chapters and then I'm going to Okay, so we'll have to talk. This kind of crap used to stress out Tim Meyer out so bad, man, because we'd have like sections of like, we'll use this section later. He's like, dude, and we'd have all these little sections and stuff. I was like, don't worry, we're gonna fit it all.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it as long as I'm on the same page. That's the only concern that I have, because I'm such a linear writer. Get from point A to point Z, and then we go back and anyways. But
I normally don't do this much shifting around, but I do have like, I just thought of a great scene, write it, put it down into a section called later scenes or something like that.
Yeah, that's where I'm just gonna plug in him laying in bed. So, all right, so if I'm on the same page, the earring, the lost jewelry has already happened, and my scene with him laying in bed, considering his options, is still before the carnival, or is it going to be after the carnival? The first time he meets Shenna.
It's going to be before the carnival because it's tonight that you're writing the scene. He meets her tomorrow night.
Gotcha. All right. But because we've moved up the vacuuming scene, I can mention that and all the drama he's going through in his head. It's like, what the fuck am I going to do? But he does know So the Coke reveal is now after the earring, correct?
Yeah, we're gonna do the earring and the vacuuming,
Right.
and then we're gonna do the Grave Matters chapter where the kids take off and they go have this, you know, kind of touching discussion or whatever. This deep moment with the death of the animals in the barn and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And then, but but Hunter and Uncle Travis are going to leave probably right now,
Okay.
or what's going on with the computer?
So I have this whole scene where Hunter tries the Coke to see if it's real after Rita does. So we'll just cut that section. Since he's going with, I think I might just work on that first and make sure that Hunter already knows about the Coke.
Okay. And I'm for now, before I move everything up, I'm going to just bring this. We're out with the, Uncle Travis's keys and stuff. I'm gonna bring that down a little bit, or just make a big gap here, and then write the intro to the whole, like, Aunt Rita's basically saying, "You guys gotta vacuum."
Yeah. Okay. Maybe she gives them 2 tasks and they decide to split it, just so that not even Cassidy knows about the earring. Have Cassidy doing something else, and then Shane can be vacuuming.
Okay. Or yeah, she can have Cassidy go do something entirely different.
Be funny if
Yeah.
she sent him to wash the fucking windows, and he's only. Anyways, I don't know. Just the kind of shit that pops into my head. Anyways, background 7 or 8. All right, so let me read this word for word just in case I miss something. Hunter has to know about the Coke, so. Oh, wow, what's happening?
Hmm.
You moving things?
Yep.
Okay.
Why were you on something? I moved.
I can't. Hang on. I'm trying to find it again.
All I did was move the this sucks chapter up underneath the section I just wrote.
Gotcha. Okay. I found it.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No, it's all right. Just making sure I don't fuck anything up when that happens. All right, I'm gonna have to get rid of all this, where Cassidy runs out to get the baking soda or cornstarch from Dollar General to cut the drugs with. I'll put it in later section just in case.
Okay.
I can still have this part where he's happy to go out again to get the stuff. I can still leave that and just, I don't know. Hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna move all this. Copy and paste instead of. Okay. That's an expensive ass blowjob.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Goddamn $1,300 blowjob.
You're right.
Oh, she must got that Gok 3000 for real. That shit's hilarious. Sorry. And right after you just casually drop the fucking thing that used to be Hunter's daddy's girlfriend.
Yeah.
All right. This. Oh shit! This family's fucked. Oh, so good, so good. Yeah, I have that problem sometimes too, Alec. That's why I always gotta. I always have something supernatural in the works while I'm working on something like this. Ugh.
Did you already talk about how DeWitt died?
No, not yet. I
Okay,
did.
because the last sentence I just talked about it.
Okay, I'll go back up and read it. You got the train with a running start. Woo! Bitch, you thought. That's fucking great, man. That makes me very happy. Where the fuck was I? Yep. Okay. All right. Okay. It's coming along, man. It is getting there. I was just telling Shell, not to interrupt you, but I was telling Shell, I was like, you know what? This might be one of the best things I've ever written. And because we're both good at different things, so it's like we fill in the blanks for each other. I've noticed that you will take something that I have said and you will rewrite it very closely to how I would like go back and rewrite it, or you will do something that I never even fucking thought of, and it'll be perfect. So I love the way we balance each other.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna make for a cool book.
And just being honest here, I even told her, I was like, you know, it fucking sucks that one of the best things I've ever written, I needed someone else to help me with. It's like, and it's no slight on you or anything, or it's like I wish I could do what we're doing together by myself, I guess is the best thing. That is the best way to put it.
Well, when you get two heads, bouncing around ideas and pointing stuff out that works or doesn't work, then it helps.
Definitely. I'm gonna pick up, start writing him in bed
Okay.
after all that shit. I'm gonna call the chapter "Lights Out" for now.
Okay.
See what we do with it. And right after Grave Matters. Okay, so is Uncle Trav or is Aunt Rita? Which one is Mom's sibling? Have we
Yeah,
established that yet?
let's say Rita.
Rita? Okay.
And we'll just, like maybe he took her down. Like she wasn't. I don't know. She was worth something at one time, but he's always just been bad news.
Yep. Oh, when you get down to the last bit of what you're working on now,
Mhm.
I know it's kind of a run-on with overuse of commas and things, but I really wanted to set the tone for like how anxious and upset he is about this whole thing. So that entire final paragraph is just one long running sentence with a commas
Okay.
to kind of denote where his mind's at. It just kind of runs. Then Mom's voice in my head telling me to calm down, assuring me it's not so bad, followed by visions of me standing beside her at a flea market as she picks through costume jewelry, one of my arms wrapped around. Anyways, you'll get it when you get down there.
Yeah.
I like how it flows. Anyways, all that, and I only wrote a page. Fuck's sake.
Yeah. We're sitting there. I thought I just did the word count. I thought we'd have more, but we're all right still. We're almost at 8,000.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought we were still around 6 or so.
Well, we were at 7 this morning.
Aha, I had no idea. The last time you updated me, we were at like 5,000. So.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, if we keep up this pace, we could be done before summer's done.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Okay. Did you go black screen? Yeah, you okay? I didn't even notice.
What do you know? I just did a search for Broad Street Bastard, and first thing that pops up. After I did what you said, and I fixed that.
That'll do it. I'm happy for you, dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lesson learned.
Yep. That's all we can do, man. Is just learn from mistakes, because they don't tell us this shit. They don't tell us damn near anything. But yeah, I'm glad. Really, they should have some kind of algorithm or something that has like a kids side, kids Amazon or something. I don't know what, but they need to do something about that option.
Mm-hmm.
Because they need to have like in parentheticals or something that's like pornography, erotica, or whatever it might be. They need to have something in there like that. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's too as of now, it's just too broad. Like my stuff is not, no pun intended, broad.
I didn't even catch it. Yeah.
You know, it's not it's not erotica
Hey, JB. Sorry, I didn't see you come in. I've been over here working. Hey. See what the masters of imagination are getting up to. We're booking like a turkey. I got 2 pages written. Chad's over there layering and fixing and working his magic. Ooh, I like how you changed that. Better than to, as if I should have known better than to leave it with such a responsibility. That works so much better than what I had. I can't even remember what I had, but that works better. I knew I wasn't happy with it. And that's the shit I'm talking about. That's the exact stuff I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's like you always have the right thing, the right way to rewrite something. So,
Not always.
well, so far you have. So, I'm gonna take a break.
Okay.
Gotta take my oldest to go see Barbie at 3. We're nowhere near that, so because it's only 11. It's about to be 11:30 here. I got probably another hour in me, but I'm gonna go take a break. I'll be back.
The heck is a bobble? Bobbles? Bobble, does he mean? A bobble? Yeah.
Lord, y'all been staring at a black screen and a chair this entire time. How dare you?
Dude, you got the word bobbles in here. Did you mean baubles? I don't even
Yeah,
know.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I meant baubles. Baubles. I just fucked up.
All right. I googled that and I was like, oh, this must be like a southern thing.
No, it's supposed to be baubles. This is how my brain works. Word vomit, all that good shit. I know the rules, doesn't mean I always follow them. am I going with this? I like this extended metaphor. I just gotta figure out the rest of it. Hey, Solvents. How you doing?
I didn't realize I was on mute. I got a cool.
I was wondering.
I got a cool something I wrote here too. The symbolism, I guess you'd call it.
That's funny. We're both working with metaphor right now, or symbolism, whatever you want to call it.
It says the grave barn is about a half-mile walk through a small patch of woods that opens into a field. The barn sits in the middle of an old gray wart ready to fall. Sits in the middle like an old gray wart ready to fall. The accompanying house having burned down years ago. The only thing left is the open cellar where toads get trapped and hop around their whole lives, make babies, then start the cycle all over again. Sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is what I just did. Hang on, let me find it.
Mm-hmm.
So he snuck after he's laying in bed. He can't get to sleep because he's still pissed off about the missing jewelry, and he goes out into the kitchen to get a drink of water while everyone's still coke binging and all that stuff. It's like all the while my ears are cocked like a dog's, listening, waiting for the slightest hint that someone's heading my direction. I kill the water in a single 3-swallow chug. As I set the cup down gently without a sound, my eyes track to the coffee table and the white residue dusting the surface. They must have snorted a grip before they moved into the bedroom, because there's a lot of it left behind. Not piles, mind you, but swipes and loose trails, as if someone tried to wipe it off with their hands. The brick is nowhere to be found. They likely have it with them and won't take their eyes off it, as if anyone would think to steal it. You'd have to be big dumb to look at this double wide and think to yourself, hey, I bet they have a stockpile of expensive drugs in there. Yeah, you'd have to be an idiot to think that. But what if someone knew it was here? What would Trav and Rita do if some thief did break in and steal the coke? Steal the coke Trav stole his own damn self. Not like they would call the cops. Hello, police? Yeah, someone just robbed me of the cocaine I done stole from someone else. Yeah, we'll be here when you get here. Want us to handcuff ourselves too? Sure thing. Be ready when you get here. And just like that, I'm thinking the unthinkable. Just like that, seeds are sprouting in my head, blooming into irrational flowers, pretty yet unbelievable. I'm watering them all the same, though, and pretty soon I'm looking at one hell of a garden. Surely there's someone out there that'd pay good money for a bouquet. An arrangement such as this. I plow the field and undermine everything. What do I know about selling flowers? Not a damn thing. I know what they look like, even what they smell like, but I've never pinned a corsage on my date's dress.
Nice.
So both of us are working with shit like that right now. It's interesting. All right. I think I am done.
Okay.
My back is screaming, and I got to get off it before I take the oldest to the movies, because it's a hour drive back and forth into town. I also got some reading to do. This book by this Chad Lutzke fellow.
Yeah, man, you need to start that, dude.
I was supposed to start it last night, but I got high, and I watched Mandy with everyone. Got high and watched Mandy, and then by the time I got back inside, I was too tired to do anything else. But I got to start it today. I'll probably have it done tomorrow, easily. But it's still going to be a couple. I have an entire week worth of videos coming out, so it is probably going to be at least another week before I get a review up. Probably next Wednesday is what I'm thinking. But all right. So good work today.
Yeah.
It is chugging right along. I don't know how much we've added, but I got another, looks like 3 pages I added in total. I not knowed.
We're at 8,911.
So, okay. I added about another, I don't know, probably about 400 to your, I don't know how much you've added. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Word count doesn't really matter right now. Because it'll either likely grow or get smaller by the end as we continue layering and shaving and compiling and all that shit. But I'm very happy with this. I'm very happy with it. All right, man. For everybody else, I'll say goodbye to you off live. But everyone else, thanks for joining us. We are coming along. It is going really, really well. And we will be back. Let's see here. What's today? Monday? We'll be back tomorrow. You're good for tomorrow, right?
Yep.
All right. So tomorrow at 9 a.m., same bat time, same bat channel. But until next time, all hail the chair. Doom, doom, doom.